Welcome, coaches, and thank you for joining us for this Phoenix FC indoor preseason coaching session. This session focuses on build-up play aligned with Zone 1. Special thanks to our Inclusion Fund sponsor, First Call Heating and Air Conditioning, for supporting accessible programming for all of our players. Let's begin with a high-tempo warm-up that develops decision-making and movement off the ball. Set up two 20 by 26 yard fields, each with a pug goal on each end line and balls placed next to the goals. On one field, run a 3v3+1 game. On the other, play 2v2+2. These neutral players help simulate support and width during possession. Play quick 3-minute games, then rotate players. As an arrival activity, our main idea is to let the players play. Coaches should be observing in order to determine which of the following coaching points to emphasize in the session. Coaching points include encouraging players to find a friend or the extra player with short and safe passes, reinforcing short and sharp movement immediately after passing, remind players to keep a proactive first touch, moving away from pressure and into space, and constantly prompting decision-making, when to pass versus dribble, or when to recycle the ball backwards or sideways to reset. Next, we move into a build-up scenario involving the goalkeeper. Create a 25 by 40 yard field with a big goal on one end and 3 pug goals on the other. Begin with a 3v1 plus goalkeeper setup. You can progress this to a 3v2. The red team builds out from the goalkeeper under pressure from a pressing green defender. The game rules: red team earns 1 point for scoring on any pug net. If red completes 5 to 7 passes, they also earn a point. Green scores 2 points if they win the ball and score on the large goal. After a red goal, green always restarts with the ball. Progressions include adding a second green defender at the start of the exercise, allowing a third green defender to shadow laterally behind the pug goals, therefore closing that net off from being scored on, and rewarding switches of play and passes back to the goalkeeper to reset. Coaching focus: players must scan the field and see and study their options. You must develop comfort receiving under pressure, encourage purposeful passing and movement to create space, ask guided questions like where should your first touch go when under pressure, and reinforce the idea that if a forward isn't on, players must find a safe back or sideways option. We end the session with a 3-zone build-up game. Set up the full field divided into thirds with 3v1, 2v2, and 1v3 setups in their respective zones. Each team builds out from their goalkeeper, aiming to work through the zones and score on the opposing goal. One midfielder is allowed to drop into the build-up zone to create a 3v1 overload. Another can join the final third to help finish. Rules: defenders are locked into their zone initially. If defenders win the ball, they can counter. Restarts come from the coach playing into the goalkeeper. Progressions: allow defenders to follow attackers into different zones. You can also finish with a free game without zone restrictions. Coaching reminders: continue to emphasize support, width, and mobility. Help players understand when to take risks and when to reset. Use the same cues: find a friend, pass and move, scan before receiving, and shape to play forward. Pose reflective questions to players: if forward isn't on, what are your options? Where should your first touch go if you feel pressure? Thank you for supporting our Phoenix FC players and for creating environments where they can learn, grow, and express themselves. Don't forget to download our session plan and keep watching for more training videos throughout the indoor season. And again, a huge thank you to First Call Heating and Air Conditioning for helping make these programs possible for every family.